into King County, where it seems like several dismembered cats have been showing up at people's doorsteps. And you know what that sounds like. Sounds like the work of a young sociopath. But let's get over into it and see what this whole thing is about.
Several cats found dead and dismembered in front of their owners' homes.
About the top third of him, just behind the front legs.
The question now, what or who is behind those killings?
If they can do this to the cat, what are they going to do next?
Kairos 7 News at 5 starts right now. Oh, and that is where we start. Disturbing stories of possible animal abuse in South King County. Several cat owners in Kent say their pets were recently mutilated and dismembered. Thanks for joining us. I'm Monique Minglavin.
And I'm Elle Thomas. Our Jason Sloss is live for us in Kent tonight. And Jason, you just talked with a couple of these cat owners.
Yeah, and they're absolutely devastated and horrified. We're in the Scenic Hill neighborhood of Kent, where we're told at least a couple of these killings have happened, and these cat owners are convinced this is not the result of animal attacks.
No, it's the kindest, sweetest cat.
Lorraine Vandeventer says her 11-year-old Andy was a lovable indoor-outdoor tabby who suddenly disappeared about 3 weeks ago.
About 3 days go by, no cat.
She says her grandson then made a gruesome discovery with the remains of Andy found in their yard.
The collar was sitting in there, cut, definitely cut. The head was over here and 2 feet down here. Animals don't place things like that, and then it doesn't, no, it's cut. I don't know what's going on, but it's a person that's doing it.
It's probably just, I don't know, it's sad. He was with me my entire life.
About 2 weeks ago, Kellen Hammond says his 17-year-old Mitten somehow got outside. The next day, what was left of the cat was found along the side of his house.
About the top third of him, just behind the front legs, a little patch of chest fur, but that and up. Super clean cut, like perfect flat. No blood, no fur, nothing, nowhere in the house.
And if people knew what was actually happening to these cats and they saw the pictures and the videos that I've seen, they would be traumatized.
That sounds like a young sociopath. Now, if you've watched any videos or know anything about criminal behavior, there are 3 main, trifectas to what that shows you're dealing with a sociopath from a young age. You got setting fires, you got wetting the bed, and you got animal mutilation. It seems like one of them. You might have someone young who's trying to experiment and is on the verge of understanding that he is a sociopath and a true born killer. But let's keep going into this.
Angela Pagnosin runs Hugs Cat Sanctuary and is compiling information about different cases after putting out a warning on social media.
And a flood of messages came in. 4 in one day of very, very similar eerie circumstances of dismemberment and mutilation to animals. And I was just heartbroken.
She says she knows of 8 separate cases so far and fears there will be more.
These are calculated cases. Somebody is lurking. Somebody is watching. They know where these cats are coming from and where they belong. What is the most disturbing is this starts with cats, and then where does it end?
Well, pet owners say they have contacted Kent PD and King County Animal Control. We've reached out to ask about those reports and any possible investigations, and we're waiting to hear back. Coming up at 6, one reason why getting...
Now let's get over into this next video and see what else it tells us.
The King County Regional Animal Services confirms it is investigating alongside Kent Police, and we have to warn you, some of the images in this story may be disturbing. These 2 women in South King County, one in Auburn and the other in Kent, are sharing 2 remarkably similar and very eerie stories.
There was nothing, no scurry marks, not a drop of blood, and it very clean.
Wish somebody would catch this person and put him away for good.
Lorraine Vandeventer's cat Andy disappeared earlier this month.
He was a total chill cat.
3 days later, her grandchildren discovered it dead and did pieces in the backyard.
All I could do was cry. I couldn't handle it. I'm going, how can a person do this? It's one thing if it's killed by an animal, but when it's killed by a human, I don't know what's wrong with people.
Her story was shared on social media by the nonprofit Hugs Cat Sanctuary, whose founder discovered Lorraine's cat, Andy, wasn't the first one to be found mutilated.
We're talking about 8 confirmed cases in the past 5 weeks. I've seen photos. These are meticulously cut. They're meticulously laid out in front of the person's door or their yard in ways that an animal wouldn't do.
In Auburn, the Taylor family discovered a cat. They still don't know whose in their front yard. The images are too graphic to show.
I guess I just haven't wanted to think that somebody would actually do that to an animal, to be honest.
Tonight, King County Regional Animal Services confirms it's investigating alongside the Kent Police Department, but would not confirm any information, citing the open case. Meanwhile, the mystery and the heartbreak remains.
There are so many terrible things happening in this world, and you got to be worried about your cat getting out and a sociopath, a young sociopath, possible sociopath, finding him, mutilating him, and then leaving him at your house. That's something no pet owner wants to deal with, y'all. Let's get over into the AI breakdown just to wrap this case up and see what else we can find. So we got King County and Kent Police are investigating a series of disturbing reports where we had multiple cats found mutilated and dismembered in Washington. We got incidents have been primarily centered around Kent and Auburn areas. A local rescue organization has documented 8 separate cases. And we got devastated pet owners are reporting that precise, clean, human-like cuts on their pets' remains left directly in their yards or along the sides of their homes. One family also reported finding a severed cat that did not even belong to them placed on their front lawn. So while local residents and rescue groups are convinced a human killer is responsible, local authorities state that the criminal investigation hinges on conclusive determining the cause of death, noting that wildlife has not yet been ruled out. That has to be one crazy animal if he's dismembering and then leaving them at the house they belong at for the majority of the parts. Crazy. So we got the animal and the rescue groups are strongly urging that the South King County residents keep all cats indoors. But I did think about the possible signs of sociopath. So yes, the intentional, precise mutilation and public display of animals is a well-documented indicator of a potential antisocial personality disorder or psychopath. So we got the cruelty to animals, deliberately harming animals is primarily diagnosed indicator that someone has antisocial personality disorder. And then we got the triad. You got the animal abuse, bedwetting, and fire settings are early warning signs of violent tendencies through modern forensic psychological views of animal cruelty, along as significant standalone red flags. So the perpetrator often uses these acts to feel a sense of absolute control, dominance, or power over the helpless victim, which are cats and dogs when they're at a young age. The ability to inflict this type of severe pain and dismember them highlights the lack of empathy that the suspect has and completely disregard for the emotional suffering of an animal. So forensic research and FBI recognizes that individuals who commit serial animal abuse are at a higher risk of escalating to interpersonal violence against humans. Leaving remains cleanly cut in residential yards or in front of lawns indicates a desire to shock, terrorize, or manipulate the emotions of the community, which aligns with antisocial pattern of behavior. I think we have a young sociopath or a young psychopath in our mix. But let me know your thoughts and let me know if you disagree with anything I said. Mutilated and dismembered cats is not something we talk about every day, but there are a lot of crazy people out there that a lot of times you can tell from a young age if they are truly like that. But the real question is it nature or nurture? It always comes back to that. Is it something that they are born to be, or is it something that their environment turns them into? It's a crazy world we live in, y'all, but let me know your thoughts and let me know if you disagree with anything I said.